Yonaguni Monument. How was it made and discovered? The Yonaguni Monument, also called the Yonaguni Submarine Ruins, is an amazing rock formation found underwater near Yonaguni, the southernmost island in Japan's Ryukyu Islands. It was discovered in the mid-1980s, close to this tiny island, and since then it has amazed scientists and adventurers from all over. But the big question is, how was this monument discovered? So, in 1986, the Yonaguni Monument was discovered by a group of divers exploring the waters near the island. We'll talk about those divers in a while, so keep watching. Right now, let's see how this monument was made, because this is a really hot topic. Ever since the discovery, this underwater marvel has been a matter of debate. Some people think it's just a natural rock formation shaped by nature over time, but others believe it could be the remains of a long-lost ancient civilization, swallowed by the ocean as sea levels rose thousands of years ago. So how was the Yonaguni Monument discovered? The story begins with Kiichiro Aratake, a local diver and leader of a tourism group who made an incredible find by accident. While searching for new and exciting places for divers to explore, he came across a giant structure underwater. Kiichiro Aratake was shocked because this structure was completely different from anything he had ever seen before. The structure was like something straight out of a legend. With its flat planes, sharp angles, and tiered terraces, it seemed far too precise to have been shaped by nature alone. Word of Kiichiro Aratake's astonishing discovery spread like wildfire and attracted divers and scientists from around the globe. Everyone was eager to see and study the mysterious formation hiding beneath the sea. If we talk about the measurements, this monument is 150 meters long, 40 meters wide, and 27 meters tall. It is made up of medium to very fine sandstones and mudstones, which are part of the Lower Miocene Yaeyama group. These rocks are incredibly ancient, believed to have formed around 20 million years ago. What truly stands out is its pyramid-like shape, featuring large, smooth surfaces and sharp 90-degree angles that make many believe it must have been purposefully designed. Among those who believe it was purposefully designed is Professor Masaaki Kimura, a marine geologist at the University of the Ryukyus. Professor Kimura has dedicated years to studying the Yonaguni Monument, and he strongly suggests that its formation cannot be attributed to natural forces alone. He points to the structure's geometric features, such as its sharp angles and smooth surfaces, as clear indications of human involvement. Beyond the monument itself, Professor Kimura has reportedly discovered additional elements nearby, including what appears to be a road, a castle-like structure, and rocks with animal carvings. Based on his research, he proposes that the monument might date back as far as 10,000 years to the last ice age. During that period, sea levels were significantly lower, which means the Yonaguni Monument could have been part of an ancient city or religious complex that was eventually submerged as the oceans rose. A few years ago, he shared updated findings at the 21st Pacific Science Congress in 2007, where he adjusted the estimated age of the Yonaguni Monument to about 2,000 to 3,000 years ago. This revision is based on the idea that during that time, sea levels were similar to those we see today. He suggested that tectonic movements after the monument's construction could have caused it to sink below the sea. However, archaeologist Richard J. Pearson has expressed doubts about this theory, considering it unlikely. Next up, we have a British journalist named Graham Hancock who has shared a similar viewpoint about the Yonaguni Monument. He says that while many of the structures found at Yonaguni look similar to natural sandstone formations seen in different parts of the world, it seems unlikely that so many unique shapes would all be located so closely together by chance. Hancock also notes that the flat sections of the monument don't have many loose blocks scattered around, which would normally happen if the site had only been shaped by natural erosion and cracking over time. This observation raises questions about whether natural processes alone are enough to explain the monument's features. At this point, you might be wondering about who believes this monument to be naturally formed. Surprisingly, many experts believe that the Yonaguni Monument is a natural formation, not the work of an ancient civilization. Geologist Robert Schoch is one such expert, and he has done extensive studies to explain his reasoning. Schock points out that the sandstones making up the Yonaguni Formation have clear parallel layers called bedding planes, which naturally separate over time. He also explains that these rocks are crisscrossed by vertical fractures, known as joints, which form naturally and can give the appearance of regular rectangular shapes. Additionally, Yonaguni is located in a region prone to earthquakes, and the frequent seismic activity likely contributed to splitting the rocks in this organized way. Schock notes that similar formations can be seen along the northeast coast of Yonaguni, further proving that such patterns can form through natural geological processes. John Anthony West, an American author and lecturer, visited the formation with Robert Schock and agreed that it was likely natural. He stated that Kimura had not closely studied the natural processes involved. Schock also explained that the drawings on the rocks were probably just natural scratches. He suggested that the walls were actually horizontal platforms that shifted into vertical positions due to erosion, and what some called roads were just natural channels in the rock. Similarly, German geologist Wolf Wickman studied the formations in 1999 and 2001 and concluded they could have formed naturally. Then, in 2019, Takayuki Ogata and a team of researchers studied Yonaguni Island using advanced tools like a digital elevation model and field investigations. They carefully examined the layers of rocks, the types of stones, and the small details of the land at 3 specific places called geosites: Tindabana, Kube Ryoforishi, and Saninodai. Their research showed that while the Yonaguni Monument might appear to have been made by humans, it was actually formed naturally. The shape of the monument came from weathering and erosion, which wore down the sandstone over time along natural lines in the rock. They also found similar rock formations at the Saninodai geosite and other areas along the south coast of Yonaguni Island. This evidence supports the idea that these fascinating structures are the result of natural processes, not human creation. After looking at both perspectives, we still have no clear answer about whether the Yonaguni Monument is natural or man-made. One of the biggest challenges in solving this mystery is the lack of strong evidence. For example, no artifacts like tools or pottery have been found at the site, which would be clear signs of human activity. Additionally, there are no records or oral stories from the region that talk about an ancient civilization living there. Without these kinds of clues, it remains extremely difficult to determine if humans shaped the monument or if it is entirely a natural creation. But why are we not able to end this debate? Well, one big reason is that the monument is underwater, which makes studying it very hard. The structure is about 25 meters below the surface of the ocean, so researchers need special tools and equipment to explore it. This adds time, cost, and difficulty to their work. Another challenge is its location underwater, because during the Ice Age, sea levels were much lower than they are now. Back then, what is now the ocean floor would have been dry land. If people built this monument, it might have been during that time, long before the sea covered it. This means it could be older than any known civilization in that region. If this is true, it could tell us something completely new about human history in East Asia. But without more evidence, scientists can't be sure if the monument is man-made or just a natural formation. So, even today, the Yonaguni Monument remains a fascinating mystery. Researchers from all over the world visit the site, trying to uncover whether it was man-made or naturally formed. Meanwhile, divers are drawn to its incredible underwater scenery. The area is also full of marine life. Schools of fish glide through the clear waters. Sea turtles can often be seen swimming nearby, and even hammerhead sharks make appearances. These strong currents and crystal clear waters are challenging but thrilling for divers, especially with the monument's step-like structure creating a dramatic underwater view. This mysterious formation has gained attention from notable figures like Jacques Neale, a record-holding freediver from France who explored Yonaguni and even wrote a book about his experiences there. So, this was everything you need to know about the Yonaguni Monument, one of Japan's most fascinating and mysterious underwater structures. It's been years since its discovery, but even today, there are still debates and discussions surrounding its origins and purpose. Whether it's a natural formation or a man-made structure, you can't deny that it's a mesmerizing sight to see and explore. Let us know in the comments below what you think of this discovery. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content.